Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Podcast, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move. Today, we are joined by Bloomberg's Kriti Gupta on a very busy morning for earnings, but I think we can still say the broader market focus is on the earnings we got yesterday from big tech. Really nice results from Microsoft and Meta. Good morning, Kriti.
Good morning, Nathan. The A-plus student gets an A++ this morning. I think that's the way to read some of these tech earnings. Microsoft shares are soaring higher by almost 10% in the pre-market, trading at $431 a share. MSFT is your ticker. They reported earnings that were really standout. The Wall Street estimate of their cloud business, which is really kind of the measure of success for Microsoft, was at 29%. Their cloud unit posted a 33% revenue gain. It's not just a beat, a big beat on that front as well. So good news there. Good news at Meta Platforms as well. A 6% rise for that stock this morning. META is your ticker, trading at $582 a share. Ad sales are still there. People are still advertising on Facebook, on Meta, on some of the other kind of platforms underneath their umbrella, but they are warning about the tariff impact. They are saying that it isn't full steam ahead. There may still be some bumps in the road, but market's kind of looking through that because at the moment, ad sales not ringing the alarm. So Meta Platforms getting quite the boost this morning, as I mentioned. I'm going to take a quick pivot away from tech, Nathan, because it's not just the earnings stories that are driving this market this morning. Eli Lilly is taking a beating this morning in the pre-market. LLY is your ticker, down about 3%. Now, the earnings are crossing the wire as well. Looks like they've kind of brought down their earnings just a little bit as well. Their guidance still affirmed, but what seems to be rattling the stock is that CVS is partnering with Novo Nordisk to increase their use of Wegovy. And that's, of course, going to hit the bottom line and the coverage that Eli Lilly has. So that is not a great win for them. Those shares down about 3%. LLY is your ticker there. I'm circling back to the tariff conversation now, Nathan, as promised, because you are seeing some of these companies, not Meta, not Microsoft, but others certainly issuing warnings. Qualcomm is another major company taking a beating this morning. QCOM is your ticker, down about 5.4% in the pre-market, trading at about $140 a share. This is, of course, the biggest maker of chips for a very long time. It was in the iPhone supply chain as well. They're talking about a not so great forecast. A lot of that coming to supply chain issues that come back down to iPhones, that come back down to the tariff impact. So they're really freaking out the market there, and the shares suffering. Harley Davidson is in the same boat. Of course, America's beloved motorcycle maker withdrawing their 2025 outlook again due to the tariff situation. So that's going to be a big one. And General Motors as well, starting to quantify some of the move that their tariff impact is going to take. Remember yesterday they talked about suspending some of their guidance. The number out this morning from the shareholder letter was about a $5 billion impact. So GM is your ticker for General Motors. The shares are actually higher by 2.8%, despite $5 billion being a pretty decent number, but it kind of looks like maybe the street expected a little bit more. So bracing, warning the investor base. That seems to be a message from the likes of Harley Davidson, General Motors, and Qualcomm.
The Stock Movers Podcast from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.